Hey everybody, welcome, and it's so nice to see everybody. My name is Stefano Vreese. I'm the founder and owner of Technology right here, and I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to talk to you about the state of LGBTQ plus entrepreneurship today. In a couple of minutes, you will see me live from the Brussels Pride, where I'm joining everybody in the festivities. But right now, I just want to talk a little bit about my perspective on the state of entrepreneurship. And this is the perspective that I got from talking to hundreds of entrepreneurs, hundreds of people from our community that want to create a business or that have already a business and I want to grow beyond what they have right now. And there are a few points that I see that are coming back each time. Now, there have been some studies being done out there as well from corporations, from non-profits, and so on. And I'm not going to bore you too much with the details or with the numbers. I just want to give you some insights on what I believe is happening right now. Let's just say that I'm very happy again to be here. And being in this new world here in the metaverse is so cool. Like for me, it's my first steps into this. It's my first baby steps into this world, but I can already see the benefits that it will bring to many people out there that want to try something for themselves and they have never been able to think about like, okay, what should that be? And maybe now with the metaverse, with all these new opportunities, you have the idea like, yeah, this is it. This is what I can do, and I can only encourage you to step into that, right? If you have an idea, if you have something that you're passionate about, and you feel like, I want to do this for the rest of my life, or I just want to do this, something I love, and that I can create my own world, my own world of freedom, right? Because that's mainly the thing where a lot of like a lot of business owners start on that point. Like if you think about it, more and more people start their own business in a sense like they want to get out of a toxic work situation. They have been in a 9 to 5 job where there's a lot of homophobia, where there's like a lot of things happening, or they just don't know like if the current work world is something for them or the corporate world is not something for them. Like a lot of people feel like that, especially in our community, because yeah, we are still the minority, of course, and we still feel like the normal thing to do is not really connected to our values or to what we want to do. So that's why a lot of people step into building their own business. And again, it's the right thing to do, right? Now you have I would say that it's not easy to do, right? I'm not saying that everybody that will start a business will be super successful, but I think that's not the point here. I think the point is to try to at least get into that. Now, I'm glad to see all these people stepping into that, right? Because if you build your own business, if you build your own life around it, it's the most wonderful thing you can do. I know for myself, when I did more than a decade in the corporate world, I felt miserable. And while the thing that I was doing was okay, I knew how to do it, but it didn't feel it didn't feel like I was doing it for myself or I was building a legacy. I was building something for that could go on even beyond me. And that was always something that was it didn't feel right, right? And when COVID hit, as for many people, a lot of things changed. And then I stepped into really building again my own business because I've done it before. But now I really said, like, okay, I don't want to live for anybody else anymore. I want to be my own boss. I want to build my own thing. I want to have the financial freedom, just the freedom to do whatever I want to do. And that's where technology came into play. That's where I combined all my knowledge, all my experience into technology. And technology is there. It's a business development platform for LGBTQ plus business owners. We actually help business owners to grow their business. That's what we do. That's what I'm passionate about. Because again, if I want everybody to have the chance to not just start a business, but to grow a business, to be successful in their business. Our biggest goal with technology is to eradicate LGBTQ plus business failure. And it means failure in our idea means that if you start a business, if you run a business, the failure is quitting and going back to a 9 to 5, going back to a toxic work situation, going back to anything that you don't like. That is for us failure. So we want to have a platform, a guidance for you that you don't need to go back to that kind of situation ever again, right? Now, it's not easy, of course, but it's so much of a passion for me to do this that anybody that comes to me, I want to help them. I really want to help them. It's really in me to do that. I've been doing that my whole life. And since I came out very late at 36, I felt like I needed to give back to the community. I need to do something for our community. And that's why I created technology. Anyway, enough about me. It's about you. It's about this community. It's about you coming together and knowing what's up with LGBTQ plus entrepreneurship. As I said, more and more people are starting with businesses, but they need the right kind of support. And this kind of support is not always there, not from the government, not from the VCs, for example, not from anybody in this kind of business world. So we need to create it for ourselves. That's why I love also being here and seeing what things are being created here in the metaverse, but also outside of that. The threats are for us as business owners is that we somehow we still are reluctant to step into our power of being part of this wonderful community, being part of the LGBTQ plus community. We feel like it's not necessary. Many people feel it's not necessary. It shouldn't be a point, and I get that. It is true. At one extent, it is true. But on the other hand, like we have to understand that we are more powerful than we think. Look, we've gone through all these tribulations and all these challenges in our lives with the coming out story and all of that. But that makes us more resilient, right? So why not stepping into that power? That's what I believe we should do. We don't need to put the rainbow on everything. That's not the point, but at least we shouldn't hide who we are. We shouldn't be fearful of showing our authenticity, because that actually showing our authenticity creates the most critical and powerful business relations that we can make. So I believe, yes, it's somehow it is something where people still are not fully grasping the power of this. But please, if you think about it, step into that, right? Show people your authentic self. And if they don't want to work with you, well, do you really want to work with them, right? That's how I see it as well. A lot of people also think if they come out in business that they will be discriminated upon. And while that's possibly true in some cases, again, if we build our own businesses, if we do businesses with people that are like-minded, then when we can create an ecosystem that we can almost eradicate the discrimination because we're working with actually the businesses that we want to work with. Now, there's also like in these days, there's a lot of corporations that are also looking for instance, supplier diversity, meaning more and more corporate businesses are also adding more effort into making sure that their suppliers are diverse. Now, in some cases, again, it's also pinkwashing, I know, but there are efforts being put out there, right? So let's not be blind for that, right? Let's make sure that everybody that wants to help us out, everybody that wants to support the community has all the tools that they need to get there, right? Now, what else have I seen when I was going through some of the preparations for this talk, for this show here, is that one of the most important things and one of the interesting things is that jobs that are produced by LGBTQ plus are 36% higher, which means that if we build a business, people, LGBTQ plus owned businesses actually generate 36% more jobs. Now, this has been a study in the US, and I think it's important to understand that. A lot of people talking about, yeah, you have to create more jobs and so on, but we are actually doing that. So I think, again, this shows that what we are doing in our business is super important. We just do things differently as well. We have a different mindset of doing business. We are so open-minded that sometimes what we do, nobody else will think about it. That makes us unique. And the uniqueness of ourselves, of how we think, makes us powerful again. Stepping into that power is so, so, so important. I cannot stress that enough. Now, while we're here in the metaverse, and it's also good to understand and to remember that we can use all the new opportunities that are out there, like AI, like Web3. We're in the metaverse right now. So what kind of great opportunity is that for us to create something in this new world? We are open to new opportunities. We are so much more open to stepping into something new that we should take advantage of that. Maybe we're the first one to create a business maybe we are an accountant right now that is building their business in the metaverse. Why not, right? You would be maybe one of the first ones, but that gives you a competitive advantage. So I would say all these opportunities that are out there, all like the technology that is coming out every single day, the AI, the Web3, all these other technologies that are out there. Think about it. How can you make a business case out of that? I was talking to Paladin a few days ago about like, yeah, but how can we create a business case out of metaverse? And then they were explaining to me how it could work. And I saw so many possibilities. My head almost exploded. And I really wanted to already step into creating something with technology and with other ventures that I'm a part of. And just to say and just to show that, oh my God, there are so many possibilities to create something around our passion and that we create our own business around it. So please, please, please step into that power. Try it out. There is no failure if you try. There is only failure if you don't try. So try it out, do something, and if it's not working, try something else. Like you can always go back to a 9 to 5. Well, I wouldn't recommend it, but it's not for everybody. But think about it. Don't be scared to try something out. Now, I'm not saying here that you should put everything on one bet, right? Don't waste all your money on one thing. But it's like in this world, in the metaverse or anywhere else, um, building an online business is so easy these days. It doesn't require a huge amount of capital. You can really start out with just like one single page on the internet and just start out and talking to your friends and families if they would want to, yeah, help you out with building your business or if they would want your services. Anyway, so what I want to say, what I want to end with is we have to step into our power of being LGBTQ plus. We are more powerful than we think. We can do this all together. Create something around your passion, which is very important, and spread the awareness about this community, about the metaverse, about the opportunities. There are so many people out there that may not be aware of this. If we can spread the awareness, then they might get all these new ideas to also build a business in here or elsewhere. So that is also very important for me. Now, I want to thank you again for allowing me to talk about my perspective on what's going on. And I want to say, enjoy the party in the metaverse here. Enjoy everything around the Pride, these couple of weeks now that are coming. And I will see you soon live in the Brussels Pride. Thank you very much and see you next time. Bye-bye.